So happy Monday, everybody. Only a handful of games this weekend because of Easter. Hope everyone had a good Easter. Hope everyone ate their ham and found their Easter eggs. So we'll go to the Saturday competition. We had a much anticipated division rivalry game. SWAT versus No Side. Looks like SWAT came out. They won 16-5 and 12-8. I heard that No Side was missing a few players. Shilly wasn't there. A few other role players wasn't there. And I was given the text message. I was given this information from the owner of No Side, just so I can explain to you guys that they were not fully staffed, which I appreciate the information. Comes to the same story, like we say every single time with No Side. Even it being Easter, you still need to have your players there. And it was actually Saturday, so you can't really blame Easter for that. So it's kind of the same old story with No Side. But the thing that we hoped wouldn't happen, and I know I hoped wouldn't happen, is that their guys would miss games. And if you're gonna miss games, you kind of want to sporadically, maybe like, I know you can't do it like, hey Johnny, I know you have something to do this weekend, but also Timmy's not going to be here and Marky's not going to be here, so maybe you could show up. I mean, people have obligations, obviously. Easter, maybe they're driving around, to visit family far away. But it comes to the same old story. No Side, lots of talent, but for some reason their talent can't physically show up for the games. And when you play teams like SWAT or division games where you need to beat these three top teams to get into your playoffs, these games are very, very important. So getting swept against teams like that, it's huge. It's a game you'll probably look down the road. God forbid they miss, the playoffs by one game or whatever. You can look back at these games and say, well, guys, it would have been nice if you guys all showed up for this weekend. They did what they could. 16-5. Yeah, that's fine. They also, the 12-8 game, they battled. They kept it close with the players they had. So if they had their pitcher, if they had their other hitters, could they have stolen a game? I'm assuming probably, yeah. They probably could have stolen the 12-8 game. But that's near here nor there. So whatever. Congratulations to SWAT for your sweep. Good job. Look forward to the game next week. Sunday had two games going on. You had Hitmen versus Decepticons, and exactly what I'm sure everyone thought was going to happen happened. We had a 35-11 game, and I'm assuming a Mercy 23-0 game. For anybody who was at Torpy, and I'll bring this up later in the other matchup, the wind was blowing out so hard. Pop-ups were like going to warning tracks. If you were a home run hitter, that day would be the day you want to play at Torpy. If you're a really bad hitter, that's the day you want to play at Torpy. Because if that ball got anywhere near the jet stream, it was going out. And when I post the video for the Gentleman's Club Wolfpack game, I actually take a picture before I'm leaving of the flag. It looks like it's frozen in the home run direction. Like, the wind was so strong, it never fluffed. It was 100% like there, like just pointing out, blowing out constantly. It was crazy. I've never seen wind like that before in my life. Anyway, back to the game. Obviously, Hitman, way too much talent for Decepticons. Scoring 11 runs against Hitman, that should be the accomplishment. Getting shut out by the Hitmen has to make you question a lot of things, and I'm not going to sit here and beat up a team who's already down on the luck. But again, you got to come out, get together, do some team practices, go to the cages, do something, have scrimmages on Saturdays, whatever you have to do to get better. Like I said, you can't just hope that eventually one day you're going to get better by just showing up, because it's not going to happen. To the game of the week, divisional game for the East. Much improved Wolfpack versus a much improved Gentleman's Club. First game, like I said, the wind was blowing out real strong. A handful of home runs were getting hit. The wind was playing havoc with the balls. You saw balls getting dropped by outfielders. You saw throws literally getting blown like 8 feet off the base path. It was a pretty sloppy game, I'll be honest with you. When you look at the score, 28-24, you're like, whoa, there must have been a lot of home run. A lot of line drives. Gentlemen's Club they were hitting gaps, they were smoking the ball, you know, down the line. I mean, they were hitting the ball really well. It was basically came down to just a really bad defense. I mean, Wolfpack scored 11, Gentlemen's Club came back and scored 7. Wolfpack scored 4, Gentlemen's Club scored 7. I mean, it was like a back and forth game. It was actually pretty entertaining. I actually ran out of battery. I couldn't really even record the rest of the game. So when you watch the video, like, it stops in like the 5th inning because there was already 40 runs scored and like 90 at bats. So I forgot to bring my wire. It's a whole thing, but whatever. Game 2, Gentlemen's Club looked like they came back and snuck away with a victory, a 23-22 game. So, I mean, a lot of offense. It was a great day for softball. Congratulations to both teams. Actually, doesn't do you guys any good splitting with each other, so it's just going to make it that much harder for yourselves, splitting, obviously. Wolfpack, I'm going to say I expected a little more from you guys, defensive-wise. Switching the pitchers also, I noticed that. I think your first pitcher of the first game, I really liked, had a good arc. AR had a really good kind of like backward spin thing he's got going on. Not really accurate, something I think he needs to work on a little more. And then the last pitcher looked like he was trying to throw knuckleballs, which they were knuckling, but when the wind's that strong, it's just even that harder to hit the plate. So, you know, that's it. And then Gentlemen's Club, pretty much a new player played in a position every single time. Looked like they were like kind of like rotating around. Like there would be a left fielder, then a new shortstop, and then a new outfielder, and then they would move the right fielder to left field, and left field to right and center. It really slows the game down. I understand strategy is a big part of it, but it's slow pitch softball. We're not the New York Yankees. We're not doing shifts that crazy. So just a lot of piecing and going rather, and that might just be a team with new players just getting used to playing with each other. So, you know, whatever. I'm not here to judge you, but I'm just here to tell you how it is. I'll post the next week's games picks later on the week. You guys have a great day. Happy Monday, everybody. How big my hand is.